Our presenter is Ms. Toy Tenton. She is the coordinator for the Adult Education Program here in Prince William County Schools. Welcome, Toy.
Thank you. And good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you, Yannette, for sharing my information. I'm going to share my screen. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So again, welcome everyone. And I will be your tour guide on your journey to adult ed. The Adult Education Program in Prince William County Schools provides education to students who live in Prince William, Manassas City, and Manassas Park. These are for students who wish to acquire skills necessary to further their education, employment, or personal enrichment. We have many classes, some of which are English language acquisition and high school completion. All of our students have to be 18 and older and released from school. It will say released from compulsory ed. It means they're released from high school. So for our ELA or English language acquisition courses, you have to be over 18. We have 6 levels from beginning to advanced. And the standalone levels, we also offer, I can't talk tonight, you guys, I'm so sorry, multi-level classes. So what that means is every student comes in, we could provide them a pretest, and based on the results of that pretest, we provide counseling to let them know if they're anywhere between beginning to intermediate advanced. For some of the topics that are discussed in class, there is a textbook that is given, but they talk about your personal information, school, work, family, things that will help you with transportation, help, and things within your community. So you will do some book exercises, you will do some speaking exercises and some listening exercises and some writing exercises. So that is it for the English language acquisition. We also offer high school completion programs, one of which is GED, and we offer it in both English and Spanish. We have the English in virtual and in person, and in Spanish, we offer it in virtual only right now. We have for GED, a person has to complete 4 tests, 1 in language arts, 1 in social studies, 1 in math, and 1 in science. Those tests can be taken all at once, although we don't suggest that you do that. We suggest that you take them, one day at a time. The cost of each test is $36. And one of the benefits of taking the practice classes with us is that you can get what's called a GED Ready voucher. So after a person receives their education with us with GED programming, then they will get the post-test. So they'll take the pre-test after they register, take the class, then they'll take a post-test to see if they've made any gains. Then we'll give you what are called GED Ready vouchers. The vouchers are to see if you are ready to take the test. If a student scores a 145 or higher, which is a passing score, then we'll give you an actual voucher for a test. So for the cost of the class, which is $175, you have the potential to earn your GED. For those students who are not working on a secondary level, secondary would be either late middle school to high school. We offer pre-GED classes, and those are foundational classes that will allow students to get their foundational skills before they go into the regular GED classes. If you hear things in the background, I'm at an enrollment event, so we have some families moving around. I thought I found a space where nobody was coming, but here we are. For the GED classes, we offer the 4 subject areas. We also offer subject specific. So if you're a person who does very well in like language arts and social studies, we teach those on Monday and Wednesday, and we teach math and science on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you just need specific classes, we can just come for the specific day. So instead of it being $175, it would be $87.50. One other thing that we offer for students is math boot camp, because we know that some students, math is their Achilles heel. It's very difficult for them. So we do have what are called math boot camp classes. Yannette can speak. I can speak most of the time, just not tonight. Also, we offer some math workshops. Our classes are held in the 3 sides of the county, like I said, or the 3 areas of the 3 counties, as well as online and in person. And we try to make it as easy as we can for the students. For the GED that's in Spanish, we offer it for students with a person that is bilingual teacher. In addition to the regular GED classes, we have what's called the distance education or standalone, where a student can pay 30 days for $30. And basically, it's just online tutoring that a person, and it's self-paced, but you do get a facilitator. Can you hold just 1 second? I need to just mute. All right, thank you all for your patience. All right, so for the 30 days, I'm a teacher, so we just adjust. 30 days for $30. And we also have the GED Academy. It's self-paced, independent modules, and the attendance, and you have to attend the information session. One other option for students to complete their high school completion is the National External Diploma Program. Unlike the GED, instead of taking a test or a series of tests, you would complete modules. It usually takes students between 8 and 12 months. The cost of that program is $800. But when you finish and you've completed all the modules and met the requirements for your credential, you come away with an adult high school diploma. Now, with both the GED as well as the National External Diploma Program, you can apply to colleges, you can go into the military, you can do all of those things. So it really is the preference of the student. And you have to attend an information session for that. There are other classes that we offer. We have English for Business and Workplace Skills. We'll be offering that in session 4. We have English for Community Engagement, which is for, around citizenship and civics education. As I spoke a little bit about the math boot camp and workshops, we offer what are called integrated education and training classes. Those are classes where students can get a quality education, and then we'll give you a voucher to take a test so that you can earn an industry recognized skill. And we offer that for Microsoft Office specialists, customer service and sales, entrepreneurship and small business, and guest service gold. And guest service gold is for the people who are working in the hospitality industry. And we have the times of year that those are offered. So this year, at this time of year for spring, we're offering Microsoft Office specialist, entrepreneurship and small business. And then starting in the summer, we'll have the guest service gold class. In order for a student to register, we are now part of the student information system or the hub or parent view. So just like you're registering your students for a class, you would use that same account to register for yourself. You would just scroll down to the bottom once you get to your main page in parent view, and you can scroll down and sign up for adult education. Once we have received your application, after that, we take it through the approval process, basically just making sure you have completed all of the information that's asked. And then we will send you a link for an assessment. As I said, all of our students who are registered with us have to take a pre-assessment. And that is for 2 reasons. Number one, we are a grant funded program. And so then number 2, it's so we can get a gauge of what your skill level is. And so we make sure that we put you in the right placement. So we have one more enrollment event. We are at enrollment event tonight. So unfortunately, tonight is not the night, but we have one more enrollment event on the 15th, and it'll be all day. So if you get a chance to get registered, if you're interested in taking classes in the session 4, which begins February 26th, please enroll today so that we can send you the links. All right. So I'm gonna show you the class schedule. Is that okay if I go to the link, Yannette?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. And while she's getting that ready, just know that I will be sharing all of this information with you all in a follow-up email tomorrow, along with today's video recording.
Thank you. So when we get to this page, and if you are at home, like Yannette is going to share this with you, but also if you just go to the PWCS website and then at
Toy,
the
we don't
program.
see anything.
Oh, you don't see anything? Okay,
No.
go ahead.
You may have to exit the presentation and then,
Okay, it says please move this window away from a shared application. Okay, so let me stop share. All right, let's try it again. It was moving so smooth. How about now?
it's
No?
coming. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. We can see it now.
Excellent. I don't know what you did, but thank you so much. So if you're looking at this page, if you go to the main screen, You can go to pwcs.edu, academic programs, adult education, or if you get when you receive the link to the presentation, you can just go to this slide. And it's broken down if you're looking at your computers by English language classes, GED preparation classes, and those special classes that I mentioned when I was speaking earlier. It has the length of time of the session, which for English language classes is March 3rd through May 1st. GED classes begin February 26th and they go until April 30th. And then some of the other series classes have different start and ending times. It tells you that the classes for English meet on Monday through Thursday, and that's the same thing for our GED classes. It'll tell you the different schedule times. So we either offer for daytime classes 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or for evening classes 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It tells you the different schedules so far as locations. Since we are in Prince William County and we have classes, a lot of our evening classes are held in the high schools or some of the elementary schools. The reasons why we don't have those during the day is because there are younger students in the buildings and they don't like to have the adults in there with the kids. So what we do instead is we have at the Adult Learning Center, which is located on Joplin Road, we offer classes in our building as well. So we do have some classes that are going to be going on for English language at Freedom, King, Mary Williams, and Osborne High School, not Osborne Park High School, but Osborne High School in Manassas City. For GED classes, we'll have class at Freedom, Osborne, Potomac Middle, and Virginia Career Works. And that building is located off of Minnieville, down the street from Kohl's and Home Depot. And then for the entrepreneurship, small business, and the Microsoft Office Specialist, those are virtual classes. Let's see if I can get back to it. All right, can you still see my screen or no?
You haven't started sharing, at least. I
Have to
can't see your
start
screen.
sharing it.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I see that it's dark up there. I don't understand. Let's see. Try it one more time. So I'm selecting it, but I can see, oh, there we go.
Okay, I
All
see
right,
it now.
so okay, thank you. So again, the steps for registration are to complete the online application in Parent View. Then you're going to schedule an assessment appointment, and that'll happen once we send you the links. Then you'll attend an assessment appointment. After you've taken the assessment, which we give it to you in person, then you'll receive counseling. And then if you select a class, we have the opportunity for students to pay for the class right then, and you get your books on the spot unless the class doesn't call for a book. Does anybody have any questions? I see things in the chat.
Oh, I have a question. You mentioned Parent View, and that's the way that our families are able to register. And you mentioned that if you have a child in Prince William County Schools, then you would use the same information. What about those families that don't have a child?
If you don't have a child, if they go to the main page, like the main adult education page, right at the top, there is a green rectangle that has high school completion English language, and that the last line says register today. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the registration page. And I advise anyone who does that to go and read through all of the directions first and then scroll back up to the top and select the link to start the registration process. Because there'll be questions along the way that it'll be confusing. It can be because you're acting as the student and the parent.
Okay. We do have a question in the chat. Do you currently have any like medical programs or medical classes geared towards that?
No, unfortunately, we don't. However, Prince William County Schools has an amazing CTE program, and one of the things they offer is the practical nursing program is the one CTE program that I know of that you can register as a student in high school or as an adult. So if you have an interest in becoming a practical nurse, you can um, join that program.
I'll make sure to include that in the follow-up email so that you have that
Absolutely,
as a resource.
because it's an awesome opportunity.
The other question that I have that was brought up and, before is, what about, are there any scholarships that can help with to pay for any of the classes?
So currently, we don't offer any scholarships. We are grant funded and revenue dependent. However, We do work with a lot of different agencies and programs. So Virginia Career Works, Manassas City Grad has a program, the Department of Area Aging, Virginia um, Employment Commission. We work with, even in Prince William County Schools, the Head Start program pays some of the tuition for um, our students, Catholic Charities. So if you're working with an agency or a church or something like that, we usually take the payment from them.
One of the questions that's in the chat, it says, for the English classes for adults, what you're saying is that they do have to register through Parent View.
Yes, all students. We have, it was one thing I forgot to mention. We also have a few of free workshops that we do offer throughout the year, and I'll make sure that I send you those. I always forget about them, and I do apologize, guys. There are two different areas of free workshops that we offer, and we do have some starting next month. One of them is job readiness, and it's a series, and there are different things like writing a resume, preparing for an interview, and things like that. And those are offered at different times, and those are free. You still have to take a placement test in order to participate. The other one has to do with digital literacy, and it's the same thing where you have how to send an email, how to log into Microsoft, things like that. So we have a couple of opportunities like that for students. So
I'm just going to answer this in Spanish because the question was asked in Spanish. Señora Velázquez, sí, para las clases de inglés se tiene que registrar por el Parent View para tomarse esas clases si está interesada. There's a question on there that says she was told that the English classes were free. I'm not sure who you heard that from, but there are other programs besides adult education that may offer free classes. So what I can do, also add it as a resource to send you information from other organizations that also offer classes. It would be up to you to kind of look to see if maybe there are some free classes offered through those other
I do know
organizations.
that there are a couple of agencies that do, and churches. There's some churches that offer them. Unfortunately, we don't. Like I said, we are grant funded and revenue dependent. So I would love to. And even for Prince William County employees, I'd like to offer them free classes too, but at this time I can't.
Another question that came in the chat, it says, so what happens after the spring? If I take English classes for the spring timeframe, does it continue fall again and next year?
So they start over. So we offer classes and it starts summer session. Session 1 and 2 is in the fall, session 3 and 4 in the spring. So there is a little break between class offerings after May. So we're pretty much done with our classes from May, and then we start back up in the summertime. So we start back in July.
Okay. It says,
And
hi
you're not
there.
required. Oh, I'm sorry, Unit. I
No,
wanted to
no,
say
go ahead.
you don't have. You can. You're signing up. You're registering for each session. You don't have to complete the application every time. You only complete the application once, and then we'll provide you with information on how to sign up for additional classes. But you have to sign up for each class. So, because the hope is that as you are progressing, let's say you start off as a level 1, then you post test, and maybe when you test, you may um, post test out to a level 2, and then next time you sign up for classes you'll be kind of going up. But if you stay at a level 1, that's fine as well. So it just depends on the student.
So we have, there's a question in the chat that what about those individuals that may have education in their country and they eventually want to pursue like a bachelor's degree?
Hmm.
He's asking if he has to take GED classes to get that going here. Does that?
If you wanted to go to a community college or a university, sometimes you can just give that information to them and they will do the transcript evaluation for them. We don't, but there are places that do, or the colleges and the universities will do that for them.
I have that information as well for anyone that you may have attended schooling in your country and you want to have your transcript evaluated. We can send you some information. There's not one organization that we recommend. It's just a list that we have, and you can choose which one you want to use. Um, Says, hello, I tried to register for the English classes last night. It said that it didn't recognize her signature, her information through Parent View, and it's asking if this is something that you can help with. And
I can, when you get my contact information, give me a call and we will work with you to get that resolved.
señora Hernández, le voy a enviar la información de la señora Tanton. Ahí tienen alguien que habla español. Usted puede llamar para que le ayuden con para registrarse. Okay. Are there any other questions for Ms. Tanton? Oh, I think there's one in the Q&A. Let me see. Do you have any, I'm not sure the question, do you have short courses?
Like a micro course? No, the shortest thing that we have are the workshops that we offer, and they're offered as series, but you don't have to take more than one. So if you just wanted to go to the workshop for resume writing, you would just go to that. And like I said, those workshops are at no cost. Or there's one for, like I said, they're signing into your email, things like that. So no, that is what I have so far as a micro class.
Ms. Marcella Calvi, do you want to come off mute and ask your question?
Oh, ok, ¿me escuchan?
Sí, sí la escuchamos.
Ya, quisiera saber si esto es online o es personal, porque se me cortó la conexión como 3 veces y no pude escuchar, van a disculpar. Buenas noches.
Okay. Buenas noches. Ms. Calvi wants to know if these classes are offered online or in person.
Both.
So
Both.
she would have the option to choose what she would want to.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Señora Calvi, las clases van a ser ofrecidas en persona y por la online, así es que usted tiene la opción de escoger cuál es la que quiere.
Ok. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Yes. For the English classes and workshops together, yes. Mhm.
Ms. Nori, Mustafa Nori, do you want to come off mute and ask a question?
Hello,
The
ma'am. Thanks so
documents
much.
that you need to, oh, go
Hi,
ahead.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. I don't have any question. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Mhm.
Thank you.
I saw someone ask about documentation. All you would need to bring with you to registration is a photo ID. So it could be a driver's license, it could be a passport.
One of the questions is asking, can you take English classes and workshops together simultaneously if timing's not overlapping, and would we register for workshops on a parent view as well, as we will need to complete an assessment first?
Right. So once you've completed the registration and parent view, we will send you a list of assessment dates. Like I said, we have one more coming up. And then when you're there, when you come to the assessment and you go for counseling, you can say, I want to take this class and this workshop. So you can talk about both of them at the same time. So yes, if the times don't conflict, you can take them simultaneously. And no, you don't have to have more than one registration and parent view.
Okay, one of the questions, it says, can we get a list of the classes offered? I'll make sure that I include that as part of the follow-up email to everyone.
Okay. And I have a list. I don't know if I shared with you the list that are just session 4 classes in English and Spanish. Did I send that to you?
No.
Okay, I'll get that to you tonight.
And then what documents did you say they needed for registration again?
Driver's license or passport.
Documentos que necesita para registrarse serían el pasaporte o la licencia para manejar.
Classes, in-person classes. Is that what that says? Sí.
They're asking, where are the in-person classes? They're in different places, correct?
Right. So we offer them at Freedom High School, King Elementary School, Osborne High School, and I think it was Unity Reed was the 4th one. It's in the list as well, and it's in the PowerPoint when I sent that to the page. So we'll get that to you.
Las clases en personas las ofrecen en lugares diferentes, así es que les vamos a mandar una lista para que ustedes puedan escoger. All right, I think they're asking when can we apply? They can apply now, right? They can register.
Tonight, please, tonight. And I say that because we have 1 week left before the end of registration. So we're going to have it next week, and there's a 9 o'clock opportunity and a 1 o'clock opportunity for next Saturday. So I want to make sure you guys are registered and put in because we're going to be expecting a lot of students. We want to make sure we have everything prepared for you when you come.
And I'll also provide the information for the registration for next week. You said you have another event. Is that correct?
I do, but they have to be registered in Parent View
Oh,
to get
okay.
that invitation.
Got it. Okay.
Because otherwise it gets very overwhelming for them to try to come and do everything at once. So if we can get them in and register before then, it makes it so much smoother for them to come in because they will already have their perm ID and all of that stuff will be all set up for them.
Perfect. So I'll make sure that I send all this, the resources and the information so that you're able to, if you're interested in registering, you can go ahead and register so that you're ready for the event for next week. Is there caps on registration? Do you have any caps on any of the registrations to where there's a
Not
limit?
now. This is because we know we have one left. Next week is going to be very busy. So no, we will make sure we get everyone in.
Okay, Miss, I think we have one more hand. Maritza Melgar, would you like to come off mute to ask your question?
Register and accept a signature. Was that the lady about the signature?
Yes.
Hola.
Hola, señora.
Sí, créanme que hasta lloré de emocionada de saber tanta información.
Ujú.
Oh, y sí, estoy interesada y estaba pendiente sobre las direcciones en donde iban a hacer las clases, pero luego que dijeron que van a enviar el correo a cada persona, me quedé más tranquila y por eso ya no dije nada. Gracias por toda esta
Gracias.
información.
Mhm. She said she just wanted to know where the classes were and addresses and so forth, but because we said we were going to be sending a follow-up email with the information that, she was happy about that.
Excellent.
Okay. Yep, it's the same thing. Señora Corbera, vamos a enviar información del programa de educación para adultos para que le ayuden. Usted puede llamar por teléfono para que le ayuden a registrarse. It was the same question coming up again with another where it wasn't taking their signature.
That's very okay. So, and we do have people that work with us that speak fluent Spanish. So if they need assistance, we can make an appointment with them to come in and work with them as well.
There's a question. My husband has Parent View for our kids. I do not have one. Do I need to create a new sign up or can he add me under his Parent View?
He can add you as a child in Parent View. The only reason why I would say it might be beneficial for her to do it is so that she has her own account so that she can do it, but she can do it through her husband's Parent View, yes.
And then the other question that is asked is what is the phone number to where they can call for adult ed? If you give it to me, I'll type it in the chat.
Sure, 703-791-7357.
You guys are asking
Thank
really
you.
great questions. Thank you.
They are very good. Thank you all.
All right. Any other questions? Is the registration only available in the computer view? I'm not able to see it by the phone app of Parent View. So do they have to use a computer? Does the
No,
computer work
they should be
best?
able to register. The restroom. Okay. Yes, they are able to register on their phones.
Okay.
But if they have a difficult time, give us a call. We can schedule to have them come in and work with someone to get in.
Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the survey in the chat. Please just take a few minutes to let us know how we did tonight and then give us any feedback on any future sessions that you may want to see. Toy, another question just came in the chat. Will there be instructions to follow in parent view, how to register?
So when we send them the page, there is when we send that link, yes, it has all of the information. Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. All right. So again, take the time to fill out the survey. Let us know how we're doing, what kind of sessions you want to see in the future. And thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. And then I'm gonna log out and go help counsel. So thanks for having me. I'll take care. I'll send you the information soon. Excuse